what's the next thing that we should do once we feel anxious or triggered by some external stimuli or whatever is happening around us?
So once you have identified what that is, it's important for you to understand where did it come from. Did it come from your parents? Did it come from your teachers, your peers, your friends? Where did it come from? Why did you start identifying with it? Was there any proof?
Yeah.
So especially with budding entrepreneurs, this is a big problem.
Yeah.
They have amazing ideas.
Yeah.
They have like ideas that are going to create like major breakthroughs, but they are so scared to take the first step. Why? Because their belief systems which go back to their childhood where they were told that they are not good enough for some reason, whatever that reason is. They probably did not get enough validation on when they were trying to express themselves.
Or maybe they were asked to fit themselves inside a box of society, which wanted them to go into an IIT or an IIM or these prestigious institution, and since they did not fit into this box, they were treated like an outcast. You can relate with that. I can relate with that. So many people can relate.
Yes. I have lived in the US for like 6 years. I was there. I have worked in different sectors because when I was in India, I was working in marketing. But when I went there, just because I did not belong to the market, it was a struggle for me to get into marketing. I got into banking sector and then I got into IT. I have no background of IT. I did not study in any IT college or I did not study engineering. But I was working in IT and I understood the things. Why? Because once I started telling my mind that no, you have to overcome your fear. People have degrees, but degree does not define how you understand something, how you are able to analyze something, how you are able to process something. That is something which is very innate to you. You have to identify that. Are you a problem seeker or are you a solution seeker? I am a solution seeker. I identified that. And that's why even if something was stopping me, I'm like, no, you cannot stop me. You can slow me down, but you can't stop me.
Wow.
So it's very important for you to identify first who you are, what your strength is. I think it's very important to do like a SWOT analysis for yourself. Like identify your strength, weakness, your opportunities, your challenges, your threats, basically.
Wow.
When you do that for yourself, it's a small thing. It's like out there, all of us business graduates, we know this. We do this for business processes. Why don't we do for ourselves? Because I am the product. I myself am the product. So if I am the product, I need to know what my strength, weakness is, what are the opportunities I have, what are the potential threats I have, and how I can actually be ready to acknowledge that and overcome it. It should be stopping me. Maybe it'll slow me down, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm still moving. I have not stopped. I have not stagnated. I'm just changing my course because I'm solution oriented. That's the kind of person I am. So it's very important for you to understand who are you.
So first, these are like little things. So first you said identify the problem, because once you know the seed of the problem, you can remove that seed, take off that seed from the ground, and then understand what was nurturing the seed. I mean, understanding your own self. What were your own emotions that were nurturing the seed?
Exactly. Your belief systems. Your conditioning. What was that?
That's so beautiful. And these things, they look, now that we are discussing, we have simplified these concepts to such an easy level that even if you tell to a little kid, that kid can understand. But these micro changes, I'm a big fan of micro changes, Sudipta. I'm not a big fan of macro changes. You know why? Because when we talk about macro goals, we kind of get overwhelmed, because even before we are about to commit something, we get this big picture, and we, even before we take that first step, we're overwhelmed of taking that first step because we see such a big picture. But when we chunk down things now, when we take small little baby steps, that's where our strength lies, and that's where we can actually make macro changes in our life. So I think these simple techniques, in fact, I was reading yesterday in one of the entrepreneurial journals, and it said that MIT Solon School of Management, they had some 180 entrepreneurs, and they trained them on self-awareness. Like, if MIT or Harvard or institutions like this give importance to self-awareness, that means there is sheer need of this thing in our lives.
Absolutely. So transformation is an inside job.
Yeah.
Any kind of change is an inside job.
Yeah.
External things can act like a stimuli, but everything comes from inside. You transform from the inside out.
Yeah.
It can't happen outside it. That's where the anxiety and all the churning happens.
Churning happens.
Which is not healthy.